Welcome to the channel. Presented by the Beeline Entertainment, LLC. Enjoy the show.
People, what's good? Yo, check it out. Welcome to the Beeline ENT, LLC. What we got for you? First off, we got the Beeline Web Show on Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, talking a little of everything. Then we got Straight Through the Ropes, STR, baby, Wrestle Talk, where we talk all things pro wrestling. Next up, we got the Show Off Show, that's right, the Beeline ENT Entertainment. And then on Sunday nights, we going live on the line with that group panel discussion. Check us out. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you name it. Head on over to YouTube and subscribe. Also, pick up some merch. The Beeline ENT LLC. Let's go.
Now listen to the 11:30 podcast. Enjoy the show.
11:30 podcast. Dre Willsy is the new one. New with me. Yeah. I'm from the city. Yeah. DC, that's where
WTW Wrestle Talk Wednesdays.
Check it out. First at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, we got the Commission Talks, baby. Me, Brian B., Warren Marlowe, the American Prodigy, and of course, your man Dre on Wheels from the 11:30 podcast, talking that wrestling. Yeah, join us Wednesdays. And after that, of course, you got STR Nation, baby. Straight Through the Ropes Wrestle Talk. Brian B., Slim, Lay, Ray, that's right. Come join us. Leave your comments, fantasy book, and show the world who you care about in pro wrestling. Wednesday nights, WTW. Let's go. People, check it out. Are you looking for great content? You want to laugh? You want to talk about some serious stuff? Hey, whatever you're looking for, I guarantee you can find it at Opulence Radio, a black-owned radio station with great content. Check out all the shows. Yeah, it's a lot to talk about. Enough for you to enjoy. Check out Opulence Radio at www.opulenceradio.com. Download the apps today.
Stacked. You can whisper behind my back. You can show me how the odds are up against me all day long. You can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. My feet have come too far for you.
Get more W. That Gentlest energy drink mix that's going to power you through your gaming, content creation, whatever you're doing, is there for you. Enter that promo code BrianB_NRG and get 10% off your order today. Get more W, get more power.
Yes, you are, yes, you are, yes, you are the only one, 'cause there's something special about you.
All right, so I did a show earlier, and the introduction basically was on mute the whole time. So I was watching that microphone button hard as hell. But yo, check it out. It's Wednesday night. We back at it. It's time to talk that wrestling, baby. And we're going to talk a lot of wrestling tonight because we definitely got a free talk night tonight. And I've been talking. I'm having fun all day, man. It's one of them moves where it's like, when I got off of work today, I was just like happy to be off of work, man. And I was like, yo, listen, I'm just ready to be done and just chill and have fun and enjoy time. And ever since, I've been having some crazy ass conversations, man, about getting whoopings when he was a kid. And we going in today. I don't know what's going on. But what's going on? Yo, WCW is Wrestle Talk Wednesday, closing it out with STR Nation, baby. We got some people up in the room. Of course, we got the STR crew. I think Leigh is going to be running a little bit late tonight, but she's going to jump on with us. This actually isn't going to be too long of a show, guys. I do have some prior engagements that I have to make after, I get off tonight. But still, we're going to deliver that combo for you. It's going to be a free talk night. It's a lot of stuff to talk about, as you saw from the clip. We got, AEW's got stuff going on. WWE, you got New Japan. I mean, people will come from here, going to there, coming from there, going to here. But before we do anything, we got to show you what we do. And this is the first thing we do is the intro. Let's go. If I was a wrestler, that'd be my entrance music and shit. Come on, I'm gonna make it on the 2K24. That's gonna be Brian B and shit. Yo, what's good, crew? Check it out, guys. We got your man Slim Jefferson in the building. What up, Slim?
What's up, brother? What's up, man?
Chilling, man. Chilling. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. And of course, we got a returning guest. He's becoming a regular on the show at this point. You got your man Brandon Janu from the Brandon Janu Show, talking about wrestling. What up, B?
What up, man? How you feeling?
I'm all right, man. I'm doing all right, bro. I telling everybody, it's weird, man. We all got, wives and girlfriends and stuff like that or whatever in the room. And it's like, something about this. Them days, your girl, she's like, maybe got a little cranky, she could give you a little attitude. So sometimes it's like, you're like, oh, boy, man, fuck this. I don't want to deal with you right now. But then you do something special and something nice for her. And she's like, oh, man. So I did that earlier and she's been loving it. She's been super lovey-dovey all day. So we're going to go spend some time and stuff like that and chill out. It's a good feeling. You don't give me energy. I was ready to go off work today. I've been talking shit, like I said, all day. But how's y'all day, man? Y'all having good days today?
Man, I've been putting out corporate fires all day. So this is like the the most relaxing thing I'm about to do all day.
Gotcha. Hey, listen, man. You working hard, Slim. You working hard. You've been going in. Man, listen, one thing I got to say real quick, Slim, I definitely appreciate the shit out of you because, you just don't understand, with doing this, like trying to find people who are committed to coming on here every single week is a ridiculous hassle. You come on behind the scenes at your job, like, doing all the stuff that you're doing on top of everything, man, that's commitment. I appreciate the shit out of you, bro. Just got to let you know that, man. Because it definitely speaks volumes.
Hey, man. Thank you, bro. You gave me a platform when I was considering getting into this and I didn't even know how to. I was like, I don't even know what equipment to buy. I never heard of StreamYard. Didn't even know how to even get started. I've been asking advice from everybody. People acting like they're trying to gatekeep the podcast world and stuff like that. But this is just a passion, man. And I'd never forget that day you just posted in the wrestling group and was like, "Hey, who wants to come on and talk?" And we just hit it off ever since then, man.
For real. Yeah, definitely appreciate it, man. Glad to have you every single week. B, man, what's going on, guy?
I'm doing good, man. How about you, man?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. I'm good. Glad to see you, man. It's going to be a kind of an easy going night tonight, man. We're really going to talk about just a lot of stuff that's been going on, have some open conversations, discussions, debates, whatever. I know Leigh hit me up. She said she might be running a little late. They got storms. These storms are going crazy. Y'all experiencing them? Raining and thunderstorms and lightning and stuff everywhere?
We had like a random rainstorm this afternoon here in Greensboro.
Yeah.
It's just been like steady, just like it's not pouring now, but it's just like a steady rain pretty much.
How about you, B? Y'all wild over there with the weather?
Yeah, it's getting a little crazy now. A little rain here and there, getting cold out of nowhere, and then it get hot real quick. I'm like, what is going on? What is
Bruh.
what?
Speaking of some shit, we're gonna talk wrestling. Trust me, we're gonna talk wrestling. But that has been something that I've been noticing. I talk to people from like all over the place, at my job or whatever. And one thing that people have been saying, like in Wisconsin, my crew, they were like, yeah, last night or yesterday we were walking around, we had shorts and sandals on. It was like 80 degrees. And then they said they woke up this morning to snow. And I'm sitting there like, what the hell is going on? They were just talking about that same shit. Even over here, it's like it's going from like, in the mornings it'll be kind of cold, but now it's starting to be hot again in Georgia and Atlanta. I don't know what the hell's going on, bro. This world is fucking crazy, bro. But whatever. We gonna talk. We still gonna talk wrestling. We still gonna be watching wrestling and shit. No matter what, the volcano's going off. We still gonna be watching. The Rock better win. Wrestling fans, we crazy as hell anyway. It don't matter. Ain't shit stopping us. Yo, so let's open the show. Let's kind of do like a little icebreaker, because like I said, I don't got nothing like planned for tonight. Like, we could definitely talk about like Elimination Chamber. We haven't really had a chance on SDR to discuss that. But I had an icebreaker tonight. One thing I saw, I wish I still had it. I don't even know if I have it. I'm just gonna introduce it. One thing you haven't really heard too much about yet is the Hall of Fame, man. The Hall of Fame is another big part of WWE's WrestleMania, month and road to WrestleMania, and we haven't heard anybody get announced for it yet. It's really surprising. Another thing I want to stop and say, because I kind of forgot on the other show, rest in peace to we just lost Virgil today, man. One of the first, I said it, one of the first black wrestlers that I grew up watching. He was almost like an introduction, like I know it's like the Junkyard Dog, and you had Coco Beware and stuff like Men on a Mission came a little later, but Virgil was like the first black wrestler that I remember having his action figure and everything. The bodyguard of $1 Million Man, he passed away today, so definitely rest in peace, and shout out to his family and everything. But did you guys grow up watching Virgil as well? Like, was he remember all his remember how exciting it was when he finally turned on Ted DiBiase and shit? And you were like, yes, get him, Virgil. I remember.
Like I remember because like my uncles used to joke all the time and be like, Ted bought Virgil. And he's like, we thought slavery was over back in the 1970s and 60s.
That's true. That's true. You don't think about that when you were a kid.
But I mean, I just remember Virgil being like that. I'll do anything for Ted DiBiase lackey, whatever. I think Virgil even had his own little stint in the NWO, if I remember correctly.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yeah.
So, I mean, I try to focus on the positives, man. Like, whatever he did after his stardom, asking for autographs, going on Vince's Star and calling him all these names and stuff. I don't pay attention to that. That's negative. And plus, he's passed away. I'm not going to assault nobody's memory. But I'll always remember Virgil as like that ace in the hole for Ted DiBiase. Like always carrying, besides IRS, always carrying the money around, like, whatever you need. And like, just seeing him in the vignettes with Ted was funny. Like, when Ted would be hustling people on the low and like,
oh yeah,
that was crazy.
Yeah.
And I think like, I actually saw a clip that I didn't even realize that Virgil wrestled Bret Hart at some point back in the day. And I was like, yo, Virgil had some moves.
Yeah, yeah. He was pretty good.
Like, all I ever seen was Virgil was him being like the valet all the time. I never actually got a chance to see him in the ring and wrestle.
Oh, when he matches?
I never saw a Virgil match. I've always seen Virgil in like his role as like the valet or just like being like the sneaky guy on the outside. I never saw a Virgil match. So like when somebody posted this clip, I was like, okay, Virgil can move. Virgil taking bumps. Virgil can move. Okay.
Yeah, he was never like a super duper like good wrestler or anything like that. But he floated around the ring, a little underdog kind of story. Like, I think I remember like you said, he was him versing Bret Hart. He versed a couple of people. Like, he was one of those guys that just come out, like, just make the crowd pop. He never really went up against it. I can remember like any like jobbers, because back in the day, wrestling, like WWE used to have, like I said, like, they'd come on Saturdays, you watch Superstars, whatever you watched. And, the guys would come out, even on Raw at the very beginning, like the guys would come out and be in the ring already, the fucking, the local talent. And then
Talent.
they first, the big names that'll come out the thing. So Virgil was one of the guys who would come out with his thing. He transitioned. He started wearing the red and white stripes, and he was the boxer. That was his gimmick. After he got done with Ted DiBiase, and he'd go in the ring and he started fighting, boxing up the guys until they slapped their ass down. But shout out to Virgil because he used to handle business, bro. He did his thing. He was the underdog, and like I said, for me, the first African American wrestler that I actually was like, I had his toy, and it was like, oh, this black guy, Coco Beware was the other one. Coco Beware when he had the bird, and then him and Owen Hart were high energy, bro. Listen, this wrestling shit with me, I go fucking back, man. So much love to his family and everything, much love. But I wanted to B, did you have anything to say on Virgil too, bro?
I would say he was like the first manager that could actually turned on their actual client that they had. Like he was the first real that turned on them and actually fought him. He actually fought Ted DiBiase for the $1 million belt. So
that's right. At SummerSlam, wasn't that SummerSlam 91? I think that was the same one.
Yeah, I forgot which one. He fought him. I forgot which one. I remember he turned on him and then he fought for the damn $1 million belt. So yeah, like he was like the first one that the manager that actually turned into an actual wrestler. They protected for so long, and then he was like, "Nah, fuck that, let's get it going." Like fuck that, let's get it going.
I'm trying to tell you, man, you're absolutely right because I was trying to remember because this pay-per-view was one of the first ones that I ever wanted to watch or whatever. Well, I ever really started watching. We had it on tape, and SummerSlam 91. That's right, Virgil. He fought the $1 Million Man and won the $1 Million Man champion, the $1 Million championship. I remember that shit, bro.
That's right, kids. You heard a tape reference in 2024.
That's right.
This shit is crazy.
A videotape, man. We had it. It had the tape on it on the bottom of SummerSlam 91. We had it. That was my first. I forgot that match was actually on that SummerSlam.
Yeah,
man, it's weird when you get those little pieces of history and shit, and you start to feel like, damn, man, I'm getting older. Like, it's crazy, bro. I ain't old yet, but I'm getting older. But shout out to Virgil and them. But I saw another, speaking of like old school wrestlers and stuff, like I saw on a post, or it was like one of those posts was like, who do you think should be inducted into the Hall of Fame? And just to shout a couple out because I still want to speak on some people, but one of the names that they had on there to receive the Warrior Award was Diamond Dallas Page, man. And if you think about it, like all the stuff that he's done for the wrestlers, like from Scott Hall, Jake the Snake, Chris Jericho, there's been a lot, man, to where he's really like saved or even prolonged a lot of careers with the DDP yoga and stuff like that. I think it's a great idea. What do you guys think on
it? I think DDP Beyond deserves that. I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw DDP Yoga, I didn't take it as seriously. I thought it was like, somebody trying to do a money grab type thing. We're trying to get on the infomercial network now. Because I remember seeing him on Shark Tank trying to pitch it.
That's right.
And I was just like, is he trying to be serious, or is this is like just for television? And then when I look on his Instagram a couple months later and all these success stories he was having, and I was like, okay, so DDP yoga is legit. And then it actually made me want to try it because I've been looking to alternatives. Like, I'm always about being healthy, but sometimes the gym is a toxic environment. So like I feel more comfortable sometimes in the comfort of my own home. Yeah. So like, especially like in a garage or something like that. So like looking at it, like I can see it. And plus, like, he's helped people like Jake the Snake. I'm pretty sure he's helped Darby prolong his career with all the crazy stunts that he does, stretching him out.
Good point.
But yeah, I agree. And another name I feel like should be in this class. Somebody give Batista his flowers, please.
Yeah. Batista's a pretty regular one that people kind of pop up every year at this point until he gets in. I thought he was supposed to be in it one year and they replaced it or something, right? Was it something like that?
It was a pandemic. Yeah, he was supposed to get in, but I think he's like, nah, I'm good.
That's smart move. Smart move. I mean, it sucks to say it like that because there was even Kane Kane had to get inducted on during the pandemic, which is horrible. But yeah, shit happens, man. But yeah, I think Batista's definitely long overdue.
I
Yeah, is there
would love to see.
anybody that
I
y'all
love.
want to see in there?
I
Oh,
would love to see I would love to see like a list if it's out there of who hasn't gotten in yet.
Yeah.
Top of the list.
Let me see.
Top of the list for me when it comes to Philly, Paul Heyman. That's like
Oh yeah.
Oh
easy.
yeah.
Like that's like the obvious one. That's,
Yeah, he's still
I
so
get it.
active. Yeah,
I
it's
get that
hard.
he's active, but Rey Mysterio got inducted and he got
That was really weird when
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio got inducted. And he's still like wrestling full time, and because usually they wait until after they retire to throw him in there.
But Paul ain't doing shit. He don't fight. He just like he just mad. Like he don't fight. That's like come
Yeah,
on.
for real.
Hall of Fame sometimes is like we also get like the people we thought would never come home, like especially like last year. Who thought we would ever see Scott Steiner back on WWE programming?
Or Jeff Jarrett. Remember that shit? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah, there's definitely a lot. I'm pulling up a list now to see exactly who's not on it. Let's see some shockers that's not on the Hall of Fame list. Oh, right away. I didn't even open this up yet. Owen Hart. That's definitely, I mean, I guess it's not a shocker because there's controversy around it, but it's definitely a shocker because he definitely belongs in it.
He belongs, but the way his wife speaks, she don't want nothing to do with the E. She don't want nothing to do with anything associated with that. And like after what happened, I can understand Martha. I can definitely understand. Especially, I can understand why she went all in with AEW instead of WWE with the Owen Hart tournament and all that stuff. Like, I tell people all the time, and I catch a lot of flack for this. Had Owen stayed alive, I believe he would have been better than Brett.
He was.
That's heavy right there, Slim. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know about that. That hurt my boy, yo.
Now, hear me out. Hear me out. Though this is where this is where a lot of people fight me on it. This is what I say.
What up, Shada?
I feel like Owen was more athletic than Brett. Brett was just more technically sound.
Yeah. Okay. I can agree with that. Yeah. Brett wasn't the athletic one. Like I was saying, high energy. Like, yeah, Owen was doing that high flying shit. Owen and the 1-2-3 Kid, he was doing that stuff when it was unheard of in WWE.
Owen was already better than Brett. Let's get that out the way. He was already better.
Listen, bro, I don't know about that.
He was already better.
I can't say that.
Because the man, character-wise, could morph into anything. The man was in a Nation of Domination. What more can we? The man was in a Nation of Domination.
Yep.
Can we like be real for a second? The man was better than Brett.
And the thing is, he's not wrong because of Owen Hart, we always get that gift of that little Caucasian kid going like this.
Mm-hmm. Yep, definitely did. Yo, there's some pretty surprising people who have not been inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame so far. Just to kind of shout a couple names that I've seen. Here's one. First of all, Big Show hasn't been in the WWE Hall of Fame yet. And just for his time, I mean, I know that once you go to AEW, I mean, shit starts to get convoluted and you can't really enjoy the fact. But Paul White, the Big Show, Paul White, when he was the Giant in fucking WCW, as well as the Big Show in WWE, he's well more than deserving. I think this would be his year.
He's still active.
He is still active, yeah.
He's still active, so
I mean, they got to give him in there. He probably has the most record for the most face/heel turns ever in the E.
He's still doing it
for like 2 days and then go back to being a babyface the next day.
Right. Yo, Psycho Sid hasn't been inducted. Lex Luger. I've never been a Psycho Sid fan either.
Yeah, I'm not Psycho Sid. Like,
he definitely deserves to be in the Hall of Fame though.
I don't know that.
See, my thing was like Sid out here stabbing R. Anderson with scissors and shit. So I mean, right. And then like my thing with Sid is you didn't want to be bigger star because you liked softball or baseball so much that you didn't want to miss the season. That's the reason you ain't doing a lot of stuff.
He was crazy. Here's another one, Bam Bam Bigelow.
Ooh. That's overdue.
Bam Bam.
The Beast from the East, that's overdue.
Yeah. Sable, even whatever gripes, Sable definitely belongs in she's definitely a big part of women's
I
wrestling
mean,
coming
say
up.
what you
Attitude
want,
Era.
but people can say what you want, but low key, Sable laid out that format for your Divas era.
For real.
Really
It was sexualized, but it definitely laid it down.
Really did.
All right, so we got William Regal isn't in there. Mike Rotunda.
What?
IRS is not in there. Holy shit! Yeah,
William
W, you
Regal?
need to get on your and Snoop Dogg and Donald Trump is like, what the fuck is going on? And Marty Jannetty, Sabu,
Now,
the one man gang. Holy shit! They got fucking Earthquake is not in. Nah, y'all tripping, bro. This list got to be wrong.
that's crazy.
John Tenta is not in the Hall of Fame. Tommy Dreamer.
Ooh.
This is crazy.
Tommy Dreamer,
Yeah.
I'm not surprised because Vince didn't really care about him at all.
Yeah, he really fucking Tommy Dreamer.
Man, that sucks, yo.
And
It's
then,
so much like
for me, Tommy Dreamer's peak was his entire feud with Raven.
check it out. Fucking Haku isn't in the Hall of Fame either. Ming.
That's way overdue, especially Haku's a
That's
legend.
crazy, bro. Chavo Guerrero, Dean Malenko, Jim Johnson. You think Chavo will get it fast? I wouldn't be flying for Chavo either. I'm sorry, Chavo. Raven. Damn, Raven did a
I
lot
was
of
just
shit.
about to say that somebody who was underrated, Raven
But he-
deserves his flowers, man.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
you
for more than just
he
in the
can
ring.
do as his career, WCW, ECW Raven, Ring
Yeah.
of Honor, yeah,
Like low
WWE
key,
Raven. I don't know.
He did a lot of
low-key-
behind the scenes shit too, though, man. I don't know. He got a lot of history in the industry.
That's what I'm saying.
to
Like,
me, my bad. To me, you don't get a person like a John Moxley without whatever Raven did first.
100.
I feel you.
The rivalry between Diamond Dallas Page and Raven WCW. That was like the best damn thing I've ever seen in my life.
Listen,
That
yo,
was my
the-
favorite rivalry of all
The
time.
flock.
Raven-
I used to love that shit, man.
Raven held that mid card title down
Yo.
solid in
He did.
WCW. That US title runs he's had were very good.
Yeah, he did. U.S. title. It's crazy to me because back in the day, I say this shit all the time. I don't know if it's just a kid in me or whatever, but it's like everything was exciting. Like I couldn't wait for the TV title matches. I couldn't wait. Like it was always just fun, bro. I don't know what happened. Like it's kind of like that now, but it's not as much. Here goes the listen, WWE. After I say this name right here, you better get on your due diligence. All right, this guy is not in the WWE Hall of Fame yet, and his name is the Brooklyn Brawler. And that is a damn shame. That is the most popular jobber of all time.
As many people as that man put over, come on,
Put his ass this year. All right. If I don't see him on this list, I'm calling headquarters because the Brooklyn Brawler should be in the damn Hall of Fame at this point. If he don't got a ring, just think about it. It's some real shit though. I'm kind of joking, but I'm kind of not because he's one of those guys. He's a legendary character from back in the day. That he definitely deserves his damn flowers. I mean, you thought it was gonna be crazy, right? You thought it was gonna be some crazy shit I was about to say.
What the fuck?
Nah, man. But yeah, the Hall of Fame's coming up. I mean, go ahead, B.
I personally, if we're gonna do it, Paul Heyman, Bray Wyatt,
Bray for sure.
And the Hardy Boys. How the fuck are the Hardy Boys not in the Hall of Fame? But Ed,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Dudley Boys is, but the Hardy Boys.
Christian's not either. That's another one's on this
well,
list.
Vince didn't like Christian very much, so that's a whole other conversation.
Well, what if Vince is gone? If he's fucking over here, just personally, having. But like we also said, I mean, people like Jeff Jarrett and all the crazy shit they went through. I mean, he still got inducted. I don't know, man. It's always some politics. But yeah, these guys definitely, I firmly believe, especially Earthquake, bro. Listen, Earthquake, Bam Bam Bigelow, Brooklyn Brawler, Batista. Let's just write it up. I mean, Sable, just get them in. They belong, bro. Rob Van Dam. That's definitely one.
Like,
RVD is already in.
Oh, I didn't see him on this list. I didn't know if he was or not.
Yeah, he's already in. He went in. I think, the same class as the Steiner brothers, or maybe the year before, because I remember they had that backstage segment at Mania with him and Riddle with the 420 stuff.
Oh yeah,
that's right. I remember that too. Yeah. Damn. Slick isn't in there either. The what's it called? The manager, Slick.
I'll give him his flowers.
Nasty
Edge,
Boys. Hardcore Holly.
Damn.
I'm surprised about Hardcore. I thought Hardcore would have been got his flowers.
Yeah, Hardcore has been in it for a while. There's a lot of people on this list, man.
Damn.
Very surprising. Al Snow, come on, y'all.
So you
fucking
hold
playing,
on, you telling me Molly Holly got in before Hardcore Holly?
before Hardcore Holly.
What
Crazy shit.
Hey, I mean, that superhero character was way over at the time.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of superhero character, the Hurricane's not in it either.
What?
Yeah, Hurricane, Victoria, Taka Michinoku. This is a crazy ass list. It's 20 pages.
Okay, Lance Storm. Somebody got to put people in. This is ridiculous. Like
Yeah,
this.
y'all gotta.
This shit.
Oh, John Laurinaitis. Well, I guess you won't be seeing that trophy. You can't even watch it. You can't even watch it on pay-per-view. You can't even buy it.
And they gave
All
us
right.
people power.
Yeah, we ain't fucking with him. Here's another story, guys. Check this out. Did y'all hear about this going on today? It's been kind of wrestling, news today going on. But apparently, this is kind of surprising too. But Maxine is over here. I guess she's doing house shows and stuff like that. And the reaction from the crowd has not been very good. People are booing the shit out of her, saying she sucks and this and that or whatever. And, I guess the only reason why they're saying these things to her, because she's not a bad character or anything like that. She's not a heel. But her wrestling ability is not really the best. And apparently crowds are fucking turning on her. And I guess the wrestlers kind of took to Twitter to kind of like come to her defense. Have you guys heard about this?
I saw Rhea defending her, and I can be in agreement. Like, as much as I love this sport and the entertainment aspect of it, wrestling fans can be very, very toxic and not know when to separate the fantasy from reality. Yep. This is a person who is trying to hone their craft in front of live audiences, get better week by week, and we all know that sometimes it takes people a little longer than others. Yeah. Everybody doesn't have that natural ability like a Natalya or a Charlotte. And if you look at Maxine's moveset, it's not really a powerhouse moveset. It's really like that kind of like sneaky style that Edge kind of made famous. Like, we put the pieces here and you do this and I do this. And Maxine Dupree is not the person that's going to lift up Nia Jax or Jade Cargill. But she could probably give you some good crossbodies and a good roll-up pin. And, the stuff she's doing with Gable being technical actually works for her.
Yeah, I like it. I like her involvement in the whole, Alpha Academy. I think it brings a good dynamic. It's a pretty face, I personally like when stables have the female character role as well. I personally think she never really had to wrestle. She could just always be one of those. Everybody doesn't have to be formed into something. Like, she could have took a manager role and just, did a little moonsault here and there every now and then. But I think people are trying to flip on her a little bit because, like you said, Slim, I don't think nobody's expecting you to sit here and watch tryouts when you're going to the major league game. You feel me? Like, I don't agree with anybody, booing her and shit, because I definitely don't think she's that bad. Yeah. But I definitely do understand, you in the ring trying your fucking hardest. People probably thinking bro, take your ass back to the performance center. Nothing against you, Maxine, because she's beautiful girl. But for people to be booing her and stuff, I think it is a little ridiculous. But yeah, I like how the wrestlers kind of coming to her side. Like you said, Rhea said, I really wish that some of you got booed and ridiculed in the public eye while being new at your job, which is a perfect way to put that shit. Learning and getting better is all part of being human. Be better as humans. Good shit, Rhea. Just chill out, man. Why y'all got to be booing a girl? Mm-hmm. But then also it is pro wrestling. So it's if the crowd feel like booing her, shit, maybe hey, do your job, story mode, and maybe flip her. Hey, listen, you don't like me, I can't. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm in the camp of she has a character. That's the thing. She has a character. It could fit. The problem is you're not ready for the ring. And that's where I think y'all are saying it's perfectly fine for the fans to be we like you, just don't get in the ring. What the fuck are you doing? It's just what are you doing? And
you ain't leader.
And you're gonna, and if she's gonna be in the ring, put her back in NXT. it seems like the Alpha Academy is breaking up a little bit. Chad Gable's trying to go now on his solo tip.
Just separating, right?
Yeah, it's like it's time to just like let her go to NXT. Like she kind of reminds me of Mandy Rose when she first started. Like she didn't need to be in the ring. Like, what the fuck are you pushing this? Like, go let her go to NXT, figure it out, like create a faction down there, and then you would probably have a better wrestler. But for right now, we can see she's not ready.
Yeah,
that's where the fans are getting pissed off. It's like, bro, why are you taking opportunities away from wrestlers that probably is ready? A lot of NXT girls down there that are really ready to get it going.
Yeah, they got a strong front right now.
Yeah, you got somebody like a Maxine Dupree who's not ready. We see her in the ring. She's not ready to go.
I mean, to play devil's advocate also, I mean, these are the same people that when Jade started said she wouldn't be ish. She just an over diesel black girl who's there to just, be muscle. And then like if you look at that, if you go back and look at that 60 match run in her AEW career, from match 1 to 60, she got better. Now, I would say maybe about 50% of those matches were squash matches.
Yeah.
But, when she got towards like the Nyla Roses, the Chris Statlanders, the Tony Storms of, that time, Jade had improved a lot. I mean, I think her best, to me, during her AEW run, one of her best matches was her versus Athena, because it was a good clash of styles, and especially for two black women going at it.
Athena she's a beast in the ring.
Oh yeah, that's another person.
A beast. She can wrestle her ass off.
She doesn't get a lot of credit for how good she is, and a lot of people feel
really good.
A lot of people feel like
let's say Vince fucked that up.
Dying brand, and I'm just like, she's held down that women's title for damn near close to about a year and a half now.
And Ring of Honor, right?
Yeah, and like Athena, I met Athena as Ember Moon in NXT. And like I was talking about this with my boy, I have never seen a flipping stunner ever done. And like, it takes a minute to set up, but it is like one of them things to where you could almost, I think a move is cool when you can hit it out of anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, like how we all know like Sweet
Chin. Yep.
RKO.
Yep. Yeah,
like even a rock bottom, you can hit it out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere,
like, to me, that's what makes a move great. Like it's kind of hard for you to hit a pump handle slam out of nowhere. Yeah. It's kind of hard for you to like.
That'd be some weird, though.
Bro, the thing is fucking. I got him. Oh, like he's starting a motorcycle or some shit.
Like we all go towards like HBK hitting anybody out of nowhere with Sweet Chin Music. But when I think about like a move being effective, I think about somebody that always forgets, like Test and his big boot. Like he can hit that thing from out of nowhere.
That shit was or you want to know something to give him credit? The Drew McIntyre's Claymore too, man. When he hits that, and he's big as hell, bro. Like that shit is devastating.
I still can't figure out how he does it without banging his head on the mat every night,
bro. Or how he does it and successfully doesn't take people's fucking head off, because you have to. The way you do it, to have that big ass man throw his body at you, and just with his foot. It's got to catch and look just enough of your face so you push back while he's coming in so it doesn't fully knock your ass out. There's got to be times where it's just completely obliterated motherfuckers in the ring. We just don't know about it. We'll find out about it on the podcast a year later or whatever. But, bro, it's crazy because you hear all the stories of like, when the guys, they get hit and you're like, yo, I was knocked out in the ring for fucking 20 minutes. I didn't even know where I was. And then we just watching the match like it's regular. And it's like the motherfuckers really got knocked out. But yeah, you're right. I like moves like that as well, like those just out of nowhere moves that get caught. Another move I used to love when like Kane or Big Show or anybody, when somebody be jumping off the rope and they catch them by the throat and the fucking figure a choke slam. I used to love that shit, yo. That's another move you just do wherever the hell you are. R.I.P. What up, Dave? Yeah, Dave, I ain't seen in a while, bro. What's going on, brother? R.I.P. Virgil, man, for sure. This is a nice little mellow show. I'm enjoying this. This is like nice and calm. Everybody's having a good conversation, talking about some shit. But
You already know what I'm excited for, man.
yeah, big weekend, bro. So how you feeling? So we talking about AEW Revolution.
No, I was talking with my best friend, and we were just like, bro, do you realize in like 3 or 4 days we're gonna be a part of history?
Yeah.
Like that was my
Real.
main thing when I didn't even know it was gonna be in Greensboro because I was like content. Oh shit, phone dying. Hold on.
No, you're good. But yeah, we definitely gonna have Slim's actually, like he's been really excited about on the show. Like, he's actually gonna be going to AEW Revolution, one of their big pay-per-views, if not the biggest. I think it might be even the biggest. Do you follow AEW like that, B?
Not watch it, but I follow wrestling, so yeah, I heard about
exactly.
it. Yeah. I don't watch it. Yeah, but I definitely know about it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm the same way. Like I've become a little bit more into it. As like just kind of like making my rounds and everything like that. I kind of just keep more a track of what I used to. And also, it's actually a pretty stacked card. I mean, you have this triple threat match right here that you still have people kind of like I heard a couple of people say that they don't know if Swerve is going to be getting it yet, which I just don't understand what I'm missing because I feel like he's like the hottest person to put the belt on right now. Collectively, I can't even think of anybody who really would take his spot because the whole Hangman Page shit. I don't understand exactly what they are trying to do with Hangman Page anymore because he's had his time, in my opinion. Let Swerve take that shit, bro.
Yeah,
just run with it.
Damn, I wish Samoa Joe would have had a better run in WWE. But
yeah,
Samoa Joe and TNA will always be the greatest thing that ever happened. Like that shit is like the triple threat match between him, AJ, and Christopher Daniels is top tier. If you ever
remember that.
Yeah, but I don't think he's dropping the belt. Like I don't
think
he's
you think he's gonna keep it?
I don't think he's dropping it. I think Adam Page is gonna take the submission or the pin or whatever the hell happens, but I don't think he drops the belt. I think MJF comes back at some point, and that's who beats him. I don't see I don't see him dropping the belt right now. That's it. Like, what is that? Like his second title defense? He's just gonna drop the belt?
Hey, you do bring up a good point because him and MJF never had their payoff for their shit either because that was something that was building up. They did their little tag stint or whatever. Where they kind of worked together or whatever with Adam Cole being injured. Adam Cole hasn't even.
Like the story. That whole storyline got fucking destroyed,
bro. Why did even? I don't understand.
I get what they were trying to do. They were trying to create like the NWO vibe, where it's like one person turns and but it fucking failed. Like it
really failed. Yeah, it's going to be on one of them lists of worst storylines or some shit like that in the near future. I feel.
I think they should have switched it up. I don't think they should have let Adam Cole be the villain. Like it was stupid. And if he was pulling the strings, you should have at least had him still pull the strings, but not be the. Because he's hurt. What the fuck was he?
Do something like remember when they had Triple H was the man behind Rikishi running over stuff. You could have swerved it any type of way, but to have somebody who's injured be the main participant in one of the bigger storylines that you're running, a continuous mysterious storyline, and then you're gonna have him on fucking I thought he was gonna throw the crutches like I've been good, motherfucker. But nah, he's just out. He was gonna wait for me to come back in a couple of months. Okay, I'm scared.
Boy,
then he ain't even fucking here.
It's gonna be on when I see you in the summer. It's on.
It's on. They talk to each other on text and shit.
I don't get it. I
don't get it either, bro.
I didn't understand the storyline. Like I'm like, so you telling me the man got injured? Like what the fuck?
Listen, bro, I don't know what the hell they got going on. Dave said real quick regarding WrestleMania, I've been feeling Damian Priest. Oh man, he's trying to get me started. Damian Priest is going to cash in Money in the Bank. Seth will retain, and Damian might cash in. Just my 2 cents. Hey man, listen. We're gonna, of course, we're gonna have a Mania prediction show.
I'm gonna be honest. I think they foreshadowed what's gonna happen with that briefcase.
Yeah. Okay. What's your opinion, man? Because y'all gonna hurt my feelings. If you don't let my Senor Money in the Bank.
I think Damian Priest is gonna walk out with a title, I just do not think it's going to be a World Heavyweight Championship.
Oh, you think it's you thinking? I heard this earlier too. You think they going after Gunther?
I think he's going to cash in on Gunther.
I mean, it's a possibility.
Because you put it into perspective, because Gunther's going to have like 6 fucking challengers. He's not fighting just a regular match at WrestleMania. He's going to have like a 6-pack challenge or some crazy ass formula they're going to throw at.
I don't think that. I think him and Sammy going to be hitting Mania.
I mean, you already putting Dom, because Dom needs a match at WrestleMania. You're not leaving him off the card, so he's going to be in a match. Chad Gable is literally showing you now that he is still a viable, competitor. Andrade is back, and now you're going to have him at WrestleMania.
That right there, yeah. I'm actually excited about seeing what he does.
And then you have Sami Zayn, so it's still like you still have you got 4 or 5 challenges right there.
Yeah. And I'm excited to see. I would like to see Andrade go right into the title picture, bro. I don't want to see him fucking around with the Intercontinental or anything.
Yeah, I think Andrade would be great as a maybe Intercontinental, but then after a year or so he goes into that situation.
Yeah.
But man, I don't think that Gunther's going to keep the title after WrestleMania. I think they have plans for him to go for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah. And that's what I was just going to say too. Like, we definitely need some call-ups, man, at this point for the next tiers, because you are tired of seeing the same people fight for the belts, man. I'm sick and tired of seeing, like I keep saying, no matter how we look at it, man, we have all rematches. Well, not all rematches, but we have in the main event picture, we have rematches. Seth and Drew is a rematch, Cody and Roman's a rematch. I mean, some of the most interesting shit that we know for a fact that we're getting, in my opinion, because I don't really even think Becky and Rhea is really that interesting. I'm sorry. Like, they're gonna try to make it, but I don't think it's that interesting. But the most interesting match that I'm looking forward to as of now is definitely Bayley and Io, because they've told a nice story, and I just want to see Bayley get that shit.
Yeah,
because it was a big story, and of course, the Usos, man. I want to see their man. I'm like super excited to see that match. That match is going to be. I think we're underestimating just how good that match is going to fucking be. That match is going to be crazy.
I want to see that match because I just feel like it's time to just get it over and done with.
Yeah.
But yeah, to be honest with you, I don't really care a lot about the Bloodline storyline no more.
You done with it?
I
don't blame you. I don't blame you. It's a lot.
It's too much shit. It's just too much shit, and we need to just get to WrestleMania 40 and see what happens.
Yeah. We're gonna wait and see. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of it's gonna be a lot of stuff that's gonna come in there, because we just saw, Tama Tonga is supposed to be coming into WWE now. It'll be interesting. These are guys who do not have to go through NXT and development. These are guys that can jump right in and just imagine if they have on some real shit. And Dave, just to hit you up real quick, Cody probably is going to win the belt. We all know that's probably going to be what happens, but they can swerve, man. They can definitely swerve on this shit.
The crazy part is they can't swerve.
You don't think so? I think they can swerve, bro. I got to keep hope alive.
They can't swerve. Because if you swerve,
yeah, he might.
Because if you swerve, it's like, what the fuck is this all for now?
Mm-hmm. I mean,
like, you put yourself in a position where now it's just like, then what the fuck what's the story really now? Roman and Rock?
Look, he said they can't. I mean, you can still make a story. If I can make a story, the motherfuckers getting paid all that money should be able to make a story, because I'll make a story out of that shit in a minute.
But Roman
Slim trying to get back in here, but I don't know if it's
yeah. But my thing
bring you in a minute, Slim.
Roman keeping the belt, it doesn't make sense.
Listen, I ain't say he keeping the belt. I definitely.
No, but
my picture is y'all know my picture.
You want Damien?
I want Damien to cash in and make everybody jaws drop to the fucking. That's what I want. I want that crazy shit.
Here's the problem with that. Like, I think with people not. This is why I say I've been saying Damian Priest should fight Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship for a long fucking time. You
gotta get away from Judgment Day first.
It makes sense. Like, it makes sense because he's not ready to be a world heavyweight champion.
Yeah,
he's just not. As much as people want, they're building him better. I'll say that. He's not losing these matches.
They're pushing him up a little bit.
But the problem with that is he's not ready to be a solo champion. Like
but B, sometimes on some real shit, I feel you, bro. Because keep in mind, like I say, I always like just make sure I verify. I'm not like, oh, Damian Priest is the best person in the whole planet. I want him to win the belt. My point on it is you can still have the the swerve. You can still have the holy shit moments.
Yeah.
And even though he might drop that motherfucker a day later, which I highly don't think will happen. Or they can literally take it and go a whole nother direction with it, man. They can take it and bring in Andrade, like, oh, look, I want him to help win. We are Spanish together, or whatever. I don't fucking know. Like I said, if I could write a story, I'm pretty sure. But the thing is, to have the big moments is what builds these guys. And that's what I think is missing a lot in wrestling now, because they're already waiting for these guys to be established before making these big ass crazy moments that establishes them. And that's been my point.
I think the problem with what's going on right now is what I've been thinking is that the Money in the Bank concept needs to go, because it doesn't.
Yeah, you don't like it? I love the Money in the Bank.
It doesn't make any sense anymore, because it's like you're making your own opportunities. It doesn't make any sense. This is what the second person that has had the Money in the Bank briefcase. And it looks like they're going for a mid-card title with the briefcase. It don't make sense.
Austin Theory fucked up. Yeah, that shit was a mess. The one with the Otis and the Miz too was a
shit was so stupid.
That was a mess.
But that was so like, why the fuck would you give the briefcase to Otis? Like that
was just some tryout shit. That was some fucked up shit. That I think they might have wanted to try to establish, because Otis was definitely kind of like a hot thing. But nah, that's crazy.
But again, that's in the pandemic. We don't know what the fuck fans was really cheering for. We don't know.
It is what it is. We was watching monitors and shit. The reason is because Cody was supposed to win. Cody was not supposed to win last year, Dave. Stop saying it, man. He was not supposed to win last year.
He was.
Cody Rhodes knew that Cody Rhodes says it. He knows that he wasn't in the company long enough to be invested in that storyline. That's why he did the Brock Lesnar thing. This year, I think they overdid it.
Which is still stupid. Nobody knows why Brock Lesnar attacked this fucking man. Nobody will ever know why.
It was to prove a point. It was to prove a point. Who the fuck are you? You coming? Even though Cody was established, Stardust. I was just watching. I watched the other day on TikTok. They had when Stardust first came out, and when Goldust came out first. And then Stardust music hit, and you saw Cody Rhodes' goofy ass up there with the Stardust face. He had his chubby face. I'm like, look at Cody Rhodes doing this shit. And you forget he came from some shit, bro. Him and Damian Sandow being smart, whatever. When he had Cody Rhodes, he paid homage. The Rhodes Scholars, that's right. Cody Rhodes did some shit. Him and Legacy with Randy. Listen, he paid his dues. But when he came back, I said this shit just to rehash it. He came back at a time where the dude who was holding the title was fucking 2 years in strong. The storyline was the best storyline in wrestling. People are arguing for a fact. One of the best storylines, at least in wrestling of all time. And then Cody Rhodes just comes in and just like, yep, I'm going to take the title. Yep, nope. I'm number 15 in fucking what's called, and that's just what's going to happen. Beat Seth Rollins a couple times and have a couple matches here and there, and then bam, I'm going to defeat the strongest person in professional wrestling right now.
Yeah, but this is why I said if he never gets that's why I say, like, if he never gets injured, what happens?
It's an interesting concept. Because I still don't think he would have took it. I still don't think he would have took it though.
I think he does. I think
it's an argument. It's an argument for sure.
His name, Vince McMahon fucked up. He convoluted that ending. Vince McMahon wanted Roman to keep the belt. For what reason? I don't fucking know. Because the storyline has went completely downhill.
What's back?
All right. Hey, my bad, man. Technical difficulties.
Nah, you straight, bro. We're gonna be. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. We are gonna wrap it up a little early. I'm gonna spend some time with my baby. I know she's been starting a new job, so she's kind of. I like this conversation though.
Let me do this one quick motion then.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Super excited about AEW Revolution. Will be the first AEW pay-per-view I've ever attended. From what I've gathered after watching them from the years, I think it's the equivalent of their Mania, pretty much. Or some people argue that Full Gear is the equivalent of it. But Revolution to me is a big pay-per-view for them. I expect a lot of surprises. I actually went and got a custom Sting hoodie made for the event. I can't wait to rock it. Shout out to Sting, man. You gave us over 20 years of greatness, legendary career.
For real.
Probably will not be a dry eye in the house when the finish of that match happens. And as a little kid, it's going to be like crazy to hear "Thank you, Sting" screaming from like 10,000 people.
Yeah.
I feel so honored and blessed to be in a position to be at an event like this, because just 3 years ago, I wasn't as fortunate as I am now. So God has blessed me to be in this position. I'm very happy. I'm also happy I get to, dance with my boy Prince Nana while I'm out there.
Throw that
Can't
shit
wait.
up.
I get to see Tony Storm's cheeks up close, so that's good too.
Woo! That's raw shit. Sky blue for me. Sky blue for me. I'll tell you right now. Woo! Sky blue for me.
I mean, and Juice Robinson, you're a lucky bastard. I just can't wait, man. This will probably be the first pay-per-view I've been to since King of the Ring 1999 when I was 9 years old. Like I've been to like Raws, SmackDowns, house shows. But it's like the first pay-per-view I've been. Well, we call them PLEs now.
Yeah.
That I've been to in a minute. So I'm excited. And number two, shout out to Nick Nemeth, aka Dolph Ziggler. Shout out to Mustafa Ali for bringing titles after being released from the E. Mustafa Ali, who I feel like fits great in the X division, is going to do nothing but put on bangers. But I can't wait to see stuff with like him and Speedball Mike Bailey, Chris Bay, Ace Austin. Hell, even throw Josh Alexander in there. Like that's going to be great. Shout out to Nick Nemeth for beating David Finlay. And now he's actually challenging Hiroshi Tanahashi, I believe, within a couple of days.
Nice.
That's going to be crazy. And lastly, before we got to get out of here, shout out to Tama Tonga, the son of Haku, who is on his way to the E, as a lot of reporters have confirmed. Will he get immediately stuck in the bloodline storyline? We don't know. Just because he's Samoan doesn't mean he just has to go straight into it. But I mean, I'm a big fan of how things line up. We saw Solo debut at a PLE and help Roman.
Yeah, we did.
And we, The Rock and them have been teasing like you don't know what's going on. We control all the cards, and I mean, they can.
I want to say there's one thing on that. I was going to say it before, but Tama Tonga, like you're just saying, we're going into Mania. Tama Tonga is definitely. They're saying he's going to WWE. Also, you saw Booker T. He's strong, trying to get Jacob Fatu in the WWE. And then if Zilla Fatu, let's just say we come into WrestleMania and then there's fucking 3 hooded dudes in there. They come rolling in, and then that's a bloodline situation. Maybe they do some shit where they're like, yo, we're going up against y'all or some shit. And I don't know, bro. It's like Brandon said, Brett B, you said that, you were kind of getting tired of the blood. But just imagine some reinventing type shit like that. Like, come on, bro.
Okay, so like Roman, Jimmy, and Solo versus The Rock and them.
Listen, man, maybe something like that'd be awesome. I would listen, bro. That would be awesome. And we're right back in it.
The only thing that like makes me mad is that they have, it's not in a bad way. Jay has set himself so far apart that he's not interacting with the storyline anymore, but he's still a part of it. Like, that's a great thing.
Family.
Like, I love how they just been teasing him and Jimmy for like the last couple of months, even in the Rumble. Jimmy's basically cost Jay every single title opportunity he's ever had until he says, F it, you and me at WrestleMania. I can't wait for that. It's going to be crazy, man. But their family is so deep, it could go anywhere. I hate to say it, but like somebody always gets left out. Like, remember the Cruiserweight Classic when we had Lance Anoa'i in there and he had like that mean ass super kick that almost took Ibushi's head off. It's crazy, man. I think Zilla, however you pronounce it, forgive me if I'm not pronouncing it right. Zilla. Fatu is going to be amazing. I'm glad he and Booker T worked that whatever they had out for him to get back into the pipeline. I've always been a Jacob Fatu fan ever since MLW, and he was running this faction called Contra. So like, I've never seen a man that big do a split-legged moonsault. I never seen a man that big do a reverse dive over the top rope, like being that big and land on his feet is crazy.
Yeah. There's some interesting shit right here. MLW, apparently, I saw a post today where I guess they had some kind of lawsuit with WWE for trying to poach their people, and they can't. They look at this guy, fucking beast, man, kicking
Bro,
everybody. Yeah,
tell me you just don't like see Umaga reincarnated right there.
Every time I see him, that's exactly what I see. A more fucking agile Umaga, but even this entertaining as shit. MLW is Warren had said it one time on the commission. He was like, MLW is big, and I was like, what? Get the fuck out of here. But yeah, they had a $20 million settlement, bro. They got some money. They got some money.
Got 20 mil from the E for like some copyright shit.
That shit was crazy. They said antitrust. I think they said something about they were like trying to pull their people. Yeah,
trying to poach their wrestlers.
That's fucking crazy, man. But listen, guys. Like I said, it's gonna be a short night tonight. Everybody get to go sleep early and do whatever. I gotta do some shit with my managers tomorrow, and I'm not feeling it at all. But I really appreciate you guys stopping by. I thought Lay was gonna be able to jump in with us tonight, but hey, it's fine. It's Mania season. We're gonna have some big events coming up here soon, so we better get the rest we can. Beeline, listen, we actually got some pretty big guests coming for the next 2 weeks. We have like I said before, his name is Brian B as well. He does music, but he's also the nephew to the Godfather, the one and only Papa Shango. And he's gonna come on here next week, and he's gonna be telling us some really interesting stories about guys like the Undertaker and Yokozuna, and it's gonna be really interesting. So I'm really looking forward to that. On top of what he's doing, I don't want to just make it seem like, yo, tell me about your uncle all day. But yeah, he's coming on next week, so definitely guys look forward to that. Also, we have another wrestler who's gonna be coming. He's an indie wrestler. I met him on Facebook, and he wants to come on and tell his story, things he's done. He's been in AEW a couple times. Slim, you said you saw he wrestled in you said Aussie.
Yeah, I saw him. The dude you told me about,
Wes Barkley.
Wes Barkley. I looked him up, and I remember seeing him on an episode of Collision when he and some other guy faced Aussie Open, and I was just like, okay. And it was like a relatively like a little bit of a squash match, but I mean, once you showed me him, I looked up some of his other stuff, and kid's working with Elijah, aka Elias now. So I mean, I think that I'm all for like hearing. What I love about wrestling, and I know we got to go, is I'm all for hearing like people's stories on like what it takes to make it to the major league. Like,
that's what we're going to be talking about too when he gets on here. That's going to be one of the biggest things. Like, how does it feel to get, or how do you get a spot? Like, going to one of the top guys. Even the squash matches that happen in WWE with the bigger dudes. Like, it's a process to go through that talent. And once you're seen on that big screen, your numbers start going up, your social media starts going up, and then it's up to you to take that shit and run with it and do and see where it takes you from there. So yeah. I'm really interested in that conversation. I think it's going to be really great. But yeah, we got a lot going on. B, thank you so much for coming back on as well, man. You're always welcome to come on the show. You have really good points. I know, Dave, I know you was over there trying to blow up the comments, man. I was trying to stay with it as well. But this whole Cody Rock storyline is giving me Vince stuff. What? Let me go before I start talking and arguing. It's fun, man. As long as you're having fun, bro. But I don't know. Listen, I ain't gonna go that far. But it's fun. We'll see what happens. But it's a fun time to be a wrestling fan. Guys, I hope you guys have a great night. Beeline, I hope you guys have a great night as well. Stay true, stay positive, pay attention, y'all. And we'll see you guys next week on Straight Through the Ropes Wrestle Talk. Good night, guys.
Peace.
Peace.